Good afternoon, Libras. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Today I will be presenting a more comprehensive reading on several areas of your life, to include but not limited to romance, career, finance, home, travel, and even your health. And to save down on some time, Libras, I have already shuffled the deck, as we see here, as the card is displayed. I'm going to first start off by reviewing the card that fell to the bottom of the deck, Libra, and that card is the Six of Pentacles. And this card says, Libra, assistance is available. In one way or another, Libra, life seems to have conspired to kind of give you what you need. And this card is telling you that you don't necessarily win the lottery, but you get pulled in the right direction. And you should try to open yourself to the magical forces that allow you to genuinely give or receive aid, when necessary. This card is also kind of alerting you, be alert or look out for synchronicities. And it tells you that you will be anxious about an uncomfortable undertone or an unfinished business because it seems that your affairs will not be clear to you, resolved, or really settled in your mind. It also suggests to me that you could also be disappointed in something that wasn't all that it appeared to have been cracked up to be because of a loss of an important document or something. I'm feeling that you will be wishing or hoping perhaps a lover will call or come by, but even if you kind of come together, you're going to experience a sense of, it looks like separateness, and you're going to feel as if the distance is increasing. This card also lends itself to, having your affairs or your affairs being a bit unsettled. But it also tells you the blessing of this card is that you will be moving into a happier environment. So let's start off by just examining your past events that, really that have kind of led you up to where you are now. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. So Libra, this card is pretty much, it's all about, the home, the family, daily living, domestic type matters, or in also your working environment. This card is suggesting to me, Libra, that there may be travel connected with work or business, or on another level, it could remind you of the magic that lies just beneath the surface of everyday's life. So, this card says that you've entered a carefree phase that's really suffused with abundance and energy. But as this card is, of course, linked to your past or counter to events that, leading you to where you are now, this card is suggesting to me that you're not going to accept things as they are, and you're going to make action, or you're going to be taking action to kind of correct problem areas by either Libra's counseling arrangements that don't really suit you, or even severing a relationship, be it out of business or potentially personally altogether. Because I'm feeling that you wanted to establish better relations with others, and you hope that a proposed plan or a business project would become successful. And just getting back to your romance here, there looks like there really was no love life, or there is no love life at this time, because your only bond seemed to be a physical bond, because all of your activities appear to be kind of geared toward daily living, family ties, or your home. But I'm feeling that either you're going to be, or you were caught off guard by an unexpected event or a confrontation, it appears, or it looks like a petty argument that it looks like it was elicited by another person, perhaps somebody very important to you, that kind of marked a major changing point in your direction and how you were viewing things. It could also be because of finances that you guys had, some type of misunderstanding. It looks like to either you, a family member, or a pet, I'm feeling, needed attention, shots, or grooming, or looking after. And I'm seeing some discussions surrounding travel plans, schedules, or even, marketing, or groups or unions, or perhaps philanthropic type endeavors that you might have been interested in. I'm seeing you, looks like you communicated or united with friends or relatives, but you weren't able to unite with a loved one or a business partner. And it looks like you were a lot in the doldrums, but it looks like new element came about or entered your life that made your outlook on the future a little bit more hopeful. I'm just looking at your money situation. It looks like that it was kind of fair or alternating from good to bad, or either the money that you had, you spent it mostly on household items or living expenses. And I'm feeling that, if a previous financial situation was kind of bothering you in some way, you did have a pleasant surprise. But I do see something that came in the mail. It looks like either an unexpected notice, a statement, or a large bill that you were not prepared for arrived. And, I'm seeing a lot of anxieties, or you're being troubled by your inability to kind of establish or cement the type of relationship you kind of wanted to have with another. Um, let's move right along to your future. What I kind of see is coming up for you in your future. We have the High Priestess here. And Libras, this card is all about, positive and negative polarities, waiting, learning, application. It's all about intuition, Libras, and inspiration. You know, this priestess wisdom, it burns within. I mean, she spies, her craft and secrecy. And also, there could be a cancer, because she's also associated with cancer around you as well, that you could be having some concern for. But Libra, this card is suggesting that something might be hidden in your life, or a mystery or a secret might be eluding you, and it could be connected with this person. Um, Perhaps your significant other, really isn't telling you the truth about the situation. This card is suggesting to me that you're going to want to follow through with a course of action, or to kind of utilize an idea, skill, or either a philosophy. But with regards to romance, I feel that you're going to be putting love, or the one you love, really out of your thoughts, in order to kind of avoid the emotional entanglements or pangs of desire that usually comes with all of that stress and worrying. However, Libra, I am seeing some type of surprise, or something that's going to happen with regards. You're going to be surprised by an incident involving your car. I'm feeling something that's going to occur with your car that's going to surprise you. Um, and you're also going to be constantly bombarded with memories from the past. Um, I'm feeling too that you're going to take a short trip, or you're going to travel for work. But I'm feeling that if you are planning a long distance trip or a move, it looks like it's going to have to be canceled or postponed by now. Postponed or canceled in some way. Just to see, for those that are kind of, concerned about work and career, I'm kind of feeling that business is going to be slow in the beginning, but I feel that it's going to pick up greatly later on, and you're going to make more money, or more money than others. And you may even receive an unexpected bonus or two that I see coming up. But back to this relationship, I'm seeing you at this crossroad, and you're going to wonder if you're kind of going to come back together or split apart with this person, perhaps an individual from whom you've been estranged. But this card is suggesting, Libra, you're going to have to wait before the answer is going to be revealed, because really only time would tell. And at times, Libras, you're going to be very impatient, but, for the most part, I see you being very detached, withdrawn or uninvolved, or kind of removed. And I'm seeing that your discerning abilities, Libra, are going to be very quite, it's going to be quite accurate. I'm seeing also, Libra, it looks like that if you've, been suffering, in terms of your health, you're going to soon have a very swift recovery. Just looking at your finances, I feel that you're going to be waiting for the results or the arrival of something or someone, but patience is going to be needed. But ultimately, you're going to be very successful. I feel you may not have the full story, and it looks like it could potentially be a woman that might figure in promptly in what you don't know. She could possibly be a Scorpio, or she's someone with maybe Scorpio type attributes. That she's secretive, sexual, sly, could even be psychic and very vindictive. But um, if this is something that resonates with you, you should probe beneath the surface a bit more, ask questions, and kind of do your own snooping, but kind of keep to your own counsel. I do see, Libra, that there's going to be some type of financial statement or a form that is going to require your endorsement, but you're still going to be troubled or frustrated and upset over a tedious or time consuming or unpleasant job situation. Or it could potentially, Libra, be an encounter with sexual overtones. But I do see someone calling you from a distance and is going to want to come see you. But I feel a sense of worry or an anxiety over this call, you know, that you're going to be receiving. But this card, Libra, is kind of telling you too, once you kind of make a decision or to really decide upon a goal, really make a commitment to it and really let nothing really divert you from it or keep you from attaining it. This card is telling me to say to you that you need to recognize the patterns that have sabotaged you in the past and kind of cut them off, because right now this is a gestation period and changes are kind of taking place on the inner planes, Libra. And at the appropriate time, these new energies are going to be released and you're going to spring back in full force again. Okay? Libra, let's go on to your outcome card. Okay? We have as an outcome, we have the Eight of Pentacles here. Okay? So, with this card, Libra, this card is all about, again, assistance or backing, of an idea or a project. Finances. It's all about accomplishment, employment, friendship, romance, and things that are really kind of improving in your life. And this card is suggesting that you will want enterprises to be successful and for things to really go well. And this card is suggesting that love may be difficult to ground, but someone is going to kind of enter your life or light up your life or be the best thing about life. And this card is telling me that if there's no one special for you now, Libra, you're going to begin to track romance like a bee to honey. Okay? I'm also getting a feeling too that it looks like you're going to also be considering a trip or an outing. And this is suggesting that if you go, it's going to be very beneficial to you, Libra. And if you hope to try to travel with someone special or meet someone special, this card is a great indication of you're getting your wish. Additionally, just to kind of hone more back in on your work and career situation, I feel that if you've really kind of been depressed or bored with your work, it's going to soon lift and you're going to have a change of attitude brought about, it looks like, by compensation, perhaps for a previous effort, or new orders may come in or new projects may be assigned to you so that you can embark upon. Okay? But getting back to this relationship, Libra, you're going to still continue to be on this spiral or kind of wondering if this relationship is really practical, if you're living in a dream world that can never be reconciled, with the lifestyle that you become accustomed to, or, really have chosen to live. And I'm seeing you very uncomfortable or off balance, because it looks like you're going to be feeling the advent of change or the necessity to kind of implement changes. And you won't want to kind of leave the safety, Libra, or security of your home or really what's been previously established. Okay? This card also brings to me a sense of feeling too that there's going to be perhaps cost considerations, as it relates to your health, perhaps a loss of appetite, and it possibly could be a weight loss that I see that may be on the rise for you. Or possibly there may be an indication or warning that you may receive that perhaps that you are spending too much time in the sun or heat could potentially make you ill. So just watch out for those type of things for those for whom this resonates with. I'm seeing some material gain coming to you, but it's going to be in small sums only. Okay, Libra? And this card is kind of suggesting to me to tell you that, circumstances are really going to change for the better for you. So, I kind of see things kind of moving along for you. But Libra, I wanted to just go on and give you a few parting advice prior to ending this reading. If I, just having add up all of the numbers here in this reading, it equals to a total of 20, which is a judgment card. So this is considered the quintessence, and then of course when you reduce to 20 to 2, it reduces to the high priestess. So as a final parting, or as just to give you some final parting advice, this is, really a spiritual awakening, Libra. So this card is kind of saying, by the time the fool reaches this point in his journey, he has learned how to kind of integrate his everyday awareness with higher consciousness. So this card is kind of telling you to wake up and realize your real work and path in life. Because you've learned valuable lessons. Now put them really to practical use. And this card is kind of giving you a second chance. It's telling you that you're ready to live a more harmonious existence. But in order to do this, you need to kind of release the past and start fresh. This means, Libra, pay off old debts. Take responsibility for your life and kind of stop blaming and judging others. Because this card says, cosmic forces are going to correct the situation that you're in, but this is the only first step, Libra. Always remember there's still the possibility of defeat unless your cooperation is continued. And Libra, what's meant by cooperation is your determination to kind of persevere without immediate results. And Libra, to allow the power of the infinite to kind of penetrate your consciousness and steer you into that which, Libra, that you desire, or to kind of change the karma that you feel that you're going through. So therefore, Libra, you need to kind of realize that there will be a solution or redemption, right? Judgment. Okay? And when you're having that, if you're patient, kind of let yourself be led by your inner voice, the high priestess. Okay? Now, I also wanted to go on and give you a few additional messages. I shuffled Doreen's Virtues Fairy Oracle deck, and the card that appeared was Stand Your Ground, Libra. So this card is also suggesting that, make a decision based upon your honest feelings, Libra. Stick to these decisions and really don't allow, outside influences to kind of cause you to waver or even betray your true feelings. Okay? Let's move right along to, what the Ascended Masters Oracle deck said. And that's also a deck that's by Doreen Virtue. And Krishna appears. And so what she's telling you is to, find the blessing in your current situation, because everything we go through in life, you have to understand it offers us opportunities to grow and learn. Instead of worrying, Libra, kind of pray and try to use more positive affirmations and know that everything is in divine and perfect order. Okay, just one more parting advice to you, and then I'm going to go on and close out this reading. I selected a card from Colette Barron's Reed Oracle deck, and the card that appeared was Fragment. And Libra, so this card is kind of saying that sometimes it seems that life is really kind of split in so many parts, all of them separate and kind of difficult to kind of bring together. But remember, the suggestion in this card is that even though you don't feel this way, you are always whole. Even at times, when things seem a bit separate and fragmented, realize that this is only an illusion. So this card is saying, try to look at the big picture without kind of sweating the small stuff that life tends to throw us, that we tend to get too caught up on. Take a step back and kind of be still and listen to your inner voice. Libra, I certainly appreciate that you took the time to sit here to listen to what I had to say for your astrological sign from now into the end of this month. I hope that this reading resonates with those who viewed this or are viewing this, and I would certainly like to hear your comments. I look forward to posting more readings for you guys. And as I said, I look forward to hearing your comments. If you can, and if you would like to have a personal reading, I would like you to send over an email to wat61073@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to send over a donation, you can also send it on over to wat61073@gmail.com. I do appreciate your time, Libra, and I'll be waiting to hear your comments. Enjoy your day.